Hello, how's the sound, y'all? How's the sound? You don't get to quit. For real, y'all. What's going on? Yeah. What's going on? Thank you. Super Dave almost walked away. I almost did, y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. For real. For real. No, I don't. I don't get to quit, y'all. Where you been, Super Dave? Y'all just don't know. Hello, the real David. What's going on? Good to see you, man. Hello, Kiers, Georgia. Mike Smith. What's up, man? CSE. CSE. The Watchman. What's going on? Oklahoma refinery fire is breaking out. You don't get to quit. Don't walk away. Yeah. Don't walk away. Super Dave been through hell and back, y'all. My back is hurting. I can't hardly stand up. Seriously, y'all. I'm in pain. Nope. Lord made us for these times, for real. Hello, K. Wim. Y'all don't know. If I didn't get remonetized, Super Dave almost walked away. All that hard work for what? Do y'all know how long it's been? It's been almost a year. Can you believe it? Almost a year. Did y'all hear me? When you're a monetized channel for 5 years, which they did take it 3 months before, twice. It meant the world to me, y'all. I was like, man, I'm going to give up making videos. There's so much happened in the last week, y'all. I just can't tell it all. Not only my back hurting, but yeah, many other things. But I'm here. I'm still standing to talk about it. How does it feel to go to hell and back? Well, Super Dave, it's one rough trip. It really is. Hello, Jab Neil. How are you doing? Good to see you. Anybody got any questions and answers? So obviously there's a refinery on fire. Good to see you, Jab Neil. Thank you. Mental 420, good to see you. Morning, Mike. Curious, Georgia. And I don't think I have my memberships on right now. That is optional. That is very optional. Hello, Tennessee Trasher. Good to see you. Thank you. Hello, Happy Tiger. Happy Tiger, good to see you. Thank you. Am I going to up my live streams? Maybe. Debatable, y'all. Maybe once a day. Maybe. Yes, maybe not. Nope, Lord made us for these times, the watchman. Is that the watchwoman of the dragon I meant? Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? I just got to calm down a little bit, y'all. It's been hot. It's been really, really humid and hot. Hot and humid for real. Brother Namaskar. What does that mean? Please spend the time and watch this documentary. But don't do that during my live stream, y'all. It's good to see all of you. I am really happy to see you all. Y'all mean a lot to the channel. You mean a lot to me. Your presence is always appreciated. We could have this long talk, but I won't do that. Good morning, Jay Hart. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I've been trying to put pieces back together over here. Trying to put pieces of my channel back together. I have some of these things. Yeah. Let's play one. Well, hopefully that played well. Good to see everybody on this Monday, August 17th, 12:50 p.m. in the afternoon on the East Coast. And I don't know if y'all been hot and humid. It has been today supposed to reach a heat index here where I live, like 112 degrees again. It has been hot. It's a different kind of heat, y'all. For some reason, this heat smothers you, With the chemtrails, I got to watch out, y'all. They take me. They might demonetize me. That's something I wanted to talk about, but I'm not going to. I just got to watch my steps. Curious Georgia. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you. That means the world. Yeah, that'll help me reach before the 20th. Yeah, there's a certain threshold. If I can reach it before the 20th, wouldn't that be awesome? Thank you very much, Curious Georgia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't try to show off, everybody. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. It means the world to my channel, y'all. I waited 5 days. Well, 4.5, something like that, y'all. To me, it's like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. When I first got remonetized, it only took 2 days. Actually, less than 48 hours. I've never waited 4.5 days to get remonetized again. They have new rules and specifications now. I even had to use my South Carolina driver's license. They're updating everything. Just to let y'all know, I mean, getting monetized is not as easy as you might think it is now. It really isn't. It takes a lot. But anyway, y'all, Dave will send some next time I get monies put on account. Don't worry about it. If it means between you and eating or anything like that, please do not give to the channel. I don't want your support like that. I want you here, and I appreciate that you show up. I don't, I've never asked for anything. I wanted to get my members up as far as talking about all this stuff, get my members restarted. If anybody wants to become a member when it gets restarted, if I do that again, we might do monthly drawings again. As you all know, it takes your support for everybody in the community to receive. Notice I used the word might because I got to see how it goes. Last time, I'm not complaining, it costed me more than I received. You remember I did 9 live streams, y'all, without one super chat, and I still give stuff away. So I want it to pay for itself if I give stuff away again. I want to be able to reorder new stuff, and maybe based on you all and your opinions and your feedback and everything, maybe what type things that I give away might be based to what you decide. Let me get the frog out my throat, y'all. I'm just so excited. I can't hardly talk about it. And I almost been depressed while waiting. I went through a lot, y'all. Mr. Super Sidewinder, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, a depression can bring you down, y'all. That's fair. Thank you, Curious Georgia. Thank you. Per the driver, good to see you. Yes, maybe you'll win. And when I say about this stuff paying for itself, I mailed all the way to the Philippines, y'all. Cost me $38 to send a coffee mug. When I'm dedicated to do something, I'll do it, and not think twice about it. But I would really like to see for it to pay for itself. Members, normally when you become a member, just saying, y'all, it's automatically paying for itself. You know, as long as I can get 8 or 10 members or whatever, it will pay for itself, y'all. But enough of that. I know. Yeah, I know, y'all. Uh, Enough of that. I just wanted to go through briefly what I've been through, and I've been through hell and back, y'all. Miss K. Wim, I hope I'm not offending you by saying that. Last week was a rough week for me. So here I am, still standing, y'all. Can I play a little music video? When I do that, I go back and I take the music out. I do that because I don't really want anything on my claims and all that. It affects the channel and keeps from being able to monetize, certain videos and things like that, y'all. But listen to the words. I'm like, man, I'm here to celebrate. I'm not here to party, though. For real, y'all. Thank y'all.
Shadows stretching long when the sun dips low. Silence in the car, watching paranoid.
All righty, y'all. Yeah, it kept playing. Sorry about that. Don't tell your dreams to everybody. Don't do that, y'all. Because some people want to see you down and out and not succeed for real. As y'all know, I have some trolls out there, and those are the kind of people I'm talking about, y'all. Hello, G Day. Good to see you again. Thank you. G Day is in the house. Hello, Creek Mary. Tonette. Where was this song 20 years ago? I had to learn all that the hard way. Don't tell all your dreams for real, y'all. As you all know, the good Lord give you the pleasures of your heart. I've always said that over here on my channel. Christy Cherry, good to see you. Good to see everyone. Creek Mary. How you doing, Creek Mary? Rebecca Lynn, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, you're in that bigger chat always early in the morning over there at Enter the Stars. But it's all good. Super Dave's going to finally work his way up one day, y'all. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. There's something bad wrong. Think it's here to stay. I sure hope not. Watch Woman of the Dragon. When it comes to these data centers and all these things, something's trying to stay, but are we going to allow it? Do y'all know tomorrow, something else I've been talking about in Dearborn, Michigan? We might look it up on the way out. Yeah. I don't want to bring all this out today. I really don't, y'all. Curious Georgia says prayers for the trolls. They're unhinged. For real. I get it. They are unhinged. I feel like singing today, y'all. But do y'all know how Hawaii has been affected by this hurricane? Yeah, Hurricane Layla. Somebody's calling it Lala or Layla. Watch Woman of the Dragon. Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it too, y'all. Happy Monday, 1:03 p.m. I'm just running my mouth, y'all, because I'm really excited. Naz Lover shared me out. Thank you. As you see, Super Dave's got it going back, y'all. Almost a year. You, anybody that was here on my channel knows the King's Rally that I did, the last one, wouldn't even hardly come in or anything. Yeah, I believe that was my last super chat, really, here on YouTube. Now, I've had my birthday, April 28th. Two people that send a gift over there on buy me a coffee. But last year of 2025 was my last super chat back then, y'all. I'm like, man, how can my piggy bank, y'all? Look, y'all, you understand, and I know you do. Let me keep up with the chat over here because I'm not keeping up with the chat over here. It tears a man up, y'all. Curious, Georgia, it's hard to believe it's almost a year. It's hard to believe it's almost a year, y'all. That's why I thought about getting in here and singing today. Maybe on the way out, y'all. I don't know. But it's hard to believe. All of 2026, YouTube did this to me. All right, let's go over here to Oklahoma Refinery. There's a fire over here. The watchman was showing me, telling me. Numerous emergency crews are responding, and this is right. No, not June the 29th. Yeah. Let's go on up, scroll up some more. I just don't want to bore y'all with my monetization process. If you're a channel wanting to get monetized, you can do it. If Super Dave can do it, anybody can do it. But be careful out there. Keep your channel clean. Something I've not really done. You know, I talk about these crazy things going on in the world, and I get it, y'all. YouTube don't really like it. Nez Lover, thank you. Please don't give if it's unaffordable. Seriously, please. But I appreciate every bit counts. Let me see if I can get over here and play you a super chat video. Thank you for all the help because maybe you missed the discussion coming in, members, drawings, and giveaways. I want it to be able to pay for itself, not every time me, you know. Does it make sense? Because most of the time last year, I didn't even, $69 in a month. I'm not complaining, I'm explaining, you know. That's what my members would get me in a month. Um, and it would be, Super Day pulling out. I want it to pay for itself, y'all. Thank you very much, Nez Lover. Thank you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats and all your help and everything you do for the channel. Hopefully, we'll make it more exciting for the members and giveaways and things like that. Lightning, it rained. Curious, Georgia. I had to go look to see if it did or not. Ha 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 ha. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all for the visit today. Thank you for helping me because helping me might end up helping you. If you got a channel out there, Nez Lover, let me run your link. That's what I was talking about. I appreciate it, y'all. Subscribe to Nez Lover. See, I forget stuff, y'all. And I was watching you again the other night. I believe that was last night. You went live twice in one day. I believe that was Friday. And I was like, why I'm not live, y'all? So thank you very much. Curious Georgia. Are you growing your channel? Because if you are, we can get you a lot of subscribers. Just saying, Let me look at your channel, Curious Georgia. Has 186 subscribers. Wow. And you got Super Day 45 on here. You sure do. Thank you. I didn't know that. I don't know. Go around looking at everybody's channel. Thank you very much, Curious Georgia. Y'all help the community, y'all. Curious Georgia has a video over there of Super Dave's concert with Mercy Me and Big Daddy Weave. Residents in Glenpool, Oklahoma are under evacuation orders after a large fire broke out 1 hour ago at a liquid natural gas tank near Highway 75 and West 126th Street. Police have closed nearby roads. Glenpool public schools are sheltering in place, and no injuries have been reported so far. Thick smoke has been visible for miles as crews respond. Authorities are asking drivers to avoid the area. Use alternative routes. Now, these tanks here, I've worked around big tanks like this back when I was pipe
It's
fitting
had to kind of alter its
and
plans
going around to
because
these
of this, and so it's just something we got to keep an eye on. We asked Dustin Stone in the air earlier, can you smell anything?
yeah, going around to these paper plants and chemical plants. These some big old tanks, y'all. Appreciate the story there, the Watchman. The Watchman let me know about this going on right now. This is breaking news, y'all. And as you can see, there's different angles of it. Hello, Laura K. How you doing, ma'am? Good to see you again. Thank you. I keep getting a bunch of likes over there on TikTok, but I don't work TikTok streets like I do YouTube. I can only put videos up over there and get views. I go to do a live stream, I'm one person is watching, and it'd be like 150 people flipping through. I'm like, man, I'm wasting my time on TikTok, y'all. But in case you don't know, this fire has just broke out this morning. A large fire involving liquid natural gas tanks at the Explorer Pipeline facility near US 75 and West 126th Street in Glenpool, Oklahoma. The incident began around 8:33 a.m. local time. So I guess that's like almost going on an hour ago. Hello, Nunya, Texas on the back 20. Yeah, wasting time on TikTok is funny. TikTok kind of sucks when it comes to that. To whom those will listen, goes over there and gets like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 in his chat on TikTok. Yeah. Um, and they play trivia and music games and stuff like that. I'm like, how does he keep people in his chat? you know? And I start talking about conspiracies and things, central casting. It's like people don't, I'm not, let me say, I'm not a good, when it comes to TikTok, I just don't have the touch. That's why so far I hadn't really wanted to. I thought about it, but not to leave YouTube. People's asked me, why won't you go over there on Rumble or Odyssey or something? I'm already here on YouTube. Why leave, Why go somewhere else? Be like, my subscribers over here on YouTube, I don't think they're going to go over there. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Yeah, that's right. Because I'm not going over there most of the time anyway. Those tanks have a big potential to explode. They do, Mike Smith, especially natural gas. These things are very flammable and they mix a lot of chemicals. And I've seen where these tanks will leak a little bit and stuff in person. It's a very dangerous situation. Yeah, they use these gaskets that are kind of weird and bolts that's got to be extremely tight. I have these tanks. What you see in a chemical factory, a chemical plant, you're not even supposed to talk about. Specifically, any of them that you visit, you're not. You could be blacklisted, never hired again. You can even be sued. Just saying. So that's why I kind of cap what I'm saying when it comes to these, because foam, and they even have ponds in the back of these things that are really contaminated, and to hold overflow and leaks and whatever stuff like that. Very contaminated with tar like substances, and you're not even really supposed to talk about it. Just saying. Good to see you, Nez Lover, the Watchman. Lake Powell at an all-time low. I think all the lakes and rivers are at an all-time low. The Colorado River. Remember we talked about the one in Texas the other week? Yeah, all the water is dissipating. You remember I gave out information. The Venezuela earthquake dropped the groundwater in North and South Carolina 2 inches. Y'all remember that? I hope you do anyway. I've been looking for information like that about the Columbia earthquake, 7.7. I got to watch my words here at first till I get normalized again, y'all. Yeah, conspiracy theories just might get me in trouble again. But conspiracy theories didn't even get me in trouble this time. For almost a year, they kept saying I was duplicating something, that I have something duplicated. I'm like, what is duplicated? What are you trying to tell me? I went back. I bet I erased 10,000 hours of live streams, like a year and a half worth, trying to take out whatever they was talking about. And many of my shorts, many of them, I took just indiscriminately. I'm like, I'll find it one way or the other. Even if I don't find it, I'll take it out. Just saying, y'all, because YouTube is crazy. And I'm still here. Like, why? Because I enjoy it. I really do. I appreciate y'all. I enjoy YouTube. I love making videos and doing live streams and putting information out there. If you didn't know, maybe you might know. Maybe we'll tell you about it. You know? Who else is in the chat, y'all? Daryl and Joey. Daryl and Joey. Hello, Daryl and Joy. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for coming back. I appreciate y'all in the community. Yeah, we're going to do a karaoke one night, y'all. Why not? And we're going to let Joey come over and sing some joyous things. I think Naz Lover said she'd sing too, y'all. But that'd be good, Naz, I said hello earlier, but maybe you missed. I was on top of the chat. I've missed a few people in times before, y'all. People get offended that you don't always see it. I'm like, man, I might lay the phone down and respond to something going on at the house, And like, I missed it, for real. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I don't have TikTok on my phone, Mike Smith. I just do it for the videos. Trying to actually get monetized on TikTok. I hear that TikTok don't even pay quite as much as YouTube, truthfully. Just saying, over there you can get 1 million views compared to the 1 million views on YouTube. What I'm trying to say is the 1 million views on TikTok, what I'm hearing, I watch videos and stuff, y'all. Like $3,000 for 1 million views on TikTok. But if you get 1 million views over here on YouTube, it's like 5,000. But then again, I look at it a little differently, because if you get 1 million views in a week, obviously you're going to make a little more. Just saying, if you get 1 million views in a year, that 5,000 be played out and broke down, over time instead of all at once. So it makes a difference, y'all, how fast videos, your views you know, and how many comments and likes that pushes your video out there. Just saying, people out there I've noticed, they go out and they'll buy. I ain't ever done that because people do buy subscribers. You can look it up, y'all. It's crazy. There's a channel over here, I won't name names, 5 million subscribers, y'all. And all they get is like 10,000 views on everything. And it kind of tells you, something's wrong there, that they might have bought subscribers along the way, just to make it look like a bigger channel. I've watched a lot of that over time. Paul will most likely go live sometime today. I don't know who Paul is, but it's all good. Super Dave is live right now. The contaminating all the water they used to put on out in the fire. Yes, Jay Hart, it is Monday. Nez Lover, I'm good. Mental 420, good to see you. Thank you. Hello, just teasing. We understand you. I hope you do. Because I'm hot and I need to be understood because I got to open that door, y'all. It is hot. And it's humid. I'm going to set me a fan up in here. I just been talking away, y'all. I'm sorry. We need to get to the hurricane a little bit. Yeah, doing as good as possible. What about you? Um, you would think they would tell you which videos they had a problem with. They don't tell you that, Mike Smith. They just tell you we have a problem. Now get on your channel and find it. It could be some type of word you used, something we don't want you to say or whatever. It could be music that you duplicated. Really, I'm like, man, if I play the same music again, I watch other channels do that, play the same videos, like them little super chat videos. That's a duplication, you know, of something from another live stream, They don't explain where the problem is. They just say, we have a problem. You get out there and find it, If you don't, you won't get remonetized. So obviously I found it, I guess. It took a lot. It took a lot to find whatever it was, especially going on a year. Going on a year, it took a lot to find it. I went under reviews 3 different times in that year. It's not because I'm stupid, y'all. I know a lot of people think that. Super Dave, you did the wrong thing. You're stupid again. No, I'm not stupid. I make mistakes, y'all. Just like anybody else, Just like anybody else, I make mistakes. We're all just a needle in the straw, Dave. And I can't do everything that they might agree with, y'all. I got to bend the rules a little bit. I got to, because truth will set you free, for real, y'all. Let's go over here and talk about a thing or two instead of just me all the time. The FDA is admitting they have no idea what's being used in our food. They have no idea what's being used in our food. Something I talk about. Everything is fake anymore. The FDA admits they have no idea about 10,000 chemicals allowed into the food, introduced with no safety studies because they were self-approved by Big Food. Big food self-approved this stuff, and the FDA is just too busy to check it all. The real issue here is that the FDA commissioner, as we sit here today, does not know what's in our food. Most Americans, most moms, would assume that the ingredients in our food have been subjected to safety studies. That is not true. Yeah, you'd think they would try something out before they put it in your children and allow us to eat it or whatever, and sell it to us as food. For the past 40 years, the food industry has taken advantage of a loophole where they can generally recognize a food as safe GRAS, whatever that means. And 95% of the food ingredients now in our food supply have been self identified as safe with no safety studies. So you don't even know what you're eating in your food. Went to the store, and most packaged food has bioengineered ingredient added. Exactly. Exactly. Catherine Drapella. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. You got 18 subscribers um, with 49 videos. Grow your channel. Looks like a nice little channel. Grow your channel. Do that. Once you designate that loophole, you do not have to submit the ingredient or safety studies to the FDA, and that loophole use has led to the FDA not knowing what's in our food. Companies could be putting bugs. Yes, you've heard right. Everybody eats the bugs. We just don't know what's in our food. The noodles ain't real. Spaghetti noodles, the macaroni noodles, the dyes in the food are bugs, red bugs and stuff. If companies are using ingredients, I remember reading back in 2019 because of COVID, the original raw materials would be shortened, they would take shortcuts, that there would be a shortage of the original, like chocolate. We're not getting real chocolate anymore, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The FDA is finally announcing generally recognized as safe gross reform, whatever that means. Let's play this video.
So what happened today, grass reform, is widely regarded by the left and right as the most important food regulatory effort of the past 30 years. This is what everyone has been clamoring for. We got it done today. The real issue here is that the FDA commissioner, as we sit here today, does not know what's in our food. Most Americans, most moms would assume that the ingredients in our food have been subjected to safety studies. That is not true. For the past 40 years, the food industry has taken advantage of a loophole where they can generally recognize a food as safe, grass. And 95% of food ingredients now in our food supply have been self-identified as safe with no safety studies. Once you designate that loophole, you do not have to submit the ingredient or safety studies to the FDA. And that loophole use has led to the FDA not knowing what's in our food. It could be 2,000 ingredients, it could be 10,000. We don't know. There's not safety study in our food. So what this does today is it mandates that the food industry for new ingredients, radical concept, needs to notify the FDA, and the FDA will now be able to conduct safety studies on that food. Additionally, for the ingredients in our food supply, and we have 10,000 more ingredients than Europe in our food supply.
This new ruling with closing the grass loophole is huge. I have literally been making posts about this loophole for years. They have been self-approving thousands of chemicals with no safety studies. I have a video here that I'm gonna have you watch. It's really good. It kind of goes over what this grass loophole is with the FDA, how it's been exploited. And I mean, you have no idea. We have been literally eating just chemical poison, and it's been allowed. It is wild.
Y'all might not really believe that. Hello, cosmic parasite. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you. Do I know you? Let me know if this is your backup channel or something. Our organic food only has to be 15% organic. They've been loading up a bunch of fraudulent food, fake food, flour, you name it. They can make flour out of anything, as we discussed. You could get a million bugs and crush them up for real and keep crushing them up, and you can make a flour out of it because that's what a flour is. It's broken down whatever, like wheat, soybean, almonds, whatever. You just break it down real fine and it becomes a flour, y'all. I hated to use the bug analogy, but it works. It's the truth. You never know what they're using.
The FDA has been deceiving Americans with the safety of chemical additives in food for close to 7 decades. Over 1,000 chemical additives currently used in processed food were neither safety reviewed nor tested by the FDA, which includes natural flavors. According to a long-standing FDA ruling from the 1950s, food companies can conclude on their own that new chemical additives are generally recognized as safe for their intended use and then use that additive in food without notifying the FDA. If companies voluntarily choose to submit the GRAS notice to the FDA will issue a no questions asked approval. Once the chemical is designated as GRAS and used in food, the FDA does not regulate it or reevaluate it. As a result, 98.7% of all food chemicals that entered the marketplace since 2000 were only reviewed and tested by the food and chemical companies that created them. As the fourth most common ingredient on food labels, natural flavors are permitted to be 80 to 90% synthetic. Companies don't have to disclose food additives used as carriers in their natural flavors on the ingredient labels. The most common synthetic additives and natural flavors for beverages and food are propylene glycol, polyglycerol esters of fatty acids, maltodextrin, benzoic acid, polysorbate 80, BHT, BHA, and triacetin. The GRAS loophole is what allowed food companies to use brominated vegetable oil for 64 years before the FDA finally banned it this year due to concerns surrounding its effect on our thyroid glands. Last year, Senator Cory Booker and Senator Ed Markey introduced the Safe and Toxic-Free Food Act.
Of course, nothing was ever really done until now. The Trump administration finally got it done. And you read that right. He said right here 98.7% of all food chemicals that entered the marketplace since 2000 were only reviewed and tested by the food and chemical companies that created them. That is wild. We have literally been a hostage to big food. And finally, the Trump administration has closed that loophole. I mean, this is such a big deal.
That's such a big deal because they just put anything in your food. I can't tell you all the stuff I see, like oils. The cream between the cookies aren't real cream. It's a bunch of oil, y'all. Things like that. Let me read this right here. Super Dave, they have arrested our workers, catchers for our poultry farms here. Tyson's largest poultry factory is here, and Tyson is closing. Some big place in another state, crazy times, Christy Cherry. Um, Tyson's going to be closing all their plants because they are producing lab grown meat. I've seen that story. It's a fact. Real chicken coming from Tyson. I don't know exactly when, but it will completely end. Tyson is specializing in lab grown chicken. It's coming. If it's not already in your city, in your grocery store, in your town. Yeah. Vegetable oil, seed oil create diabetes. Well, oil, they put oil in a lot of stuff. Something I've been watching over here. Don't eat the chicken nuggets, Don't do that. Question the ground beef. I've still never used the words that I want to use when it comes to the ground beef. Because look, these butcher I don't even want to talk about it, y'all. I really don't. Because I don't eat that much ground beef anymore. But I'm just not stupid, y'all. And I'm not saying you are. Question everything, especially when it comes to what you put in your body. Raging floodwaters slam into a bridge in Hilo, Hawaii. Yeah, Hawaii has had this hurricane. I'll find it for you here in a minute. I mean, you can ground your own beef. If you have real beef, you have a grounder, you can ground beef. You can do it yourself. If you want hamburgers that bad or whatever. I mean, really. And have pure hamburger meat. Just saying, but the hamburger they put anymore out there has green slime and stuff. You don't get like 20-25% of real meat, you know? Just saying, y'all. Yeah, let me show you this where this hurricane. I should have done this last week and talked about this approaching hurricane. It's not approaching anymore. It's already hit Hawaii and it's done past the Big Island. Yeah, what's his name? That channel over there? They live on the Big Island. I don't want to pass it, and I'm passing it. Let's come back to it. It has just passed the Big Island. As you can see right here. And I should have been on top of this last week, but I was losing myself. Y'all don't know what I've been through over the last week. My last live stream was Monday, a week ago. But anyway, yeah, dealing with this heat and a lot of different things in my back. I've never had a back pain like this. As you can see, this is where the hurricane Lala has already passed. Let's see if I can go back in time on this map. Yeah, back in time. Let's try it. I believe I can, but I have to do it right. All right, we went back. August 16th, right here. Let's go back. 1 o'clock UTC time, the 16th. And as you can see right here, the Big Island. I don't think they took a direct hit with the eye, but the outer bands had a lot of rain. And apparently, Hawaii is devastated on the Big Island. Just want to let y'all know in case you don't know. Yeah, hopefully you can see that. I backed it up a little bit. I want to show you a little bit more of the devastation before I sing you a song. I appreciate all the help, y'all, because everything will help my channel when it comes to it, the pennies or whatever, that if I can get shorts, whatever, y'all, it helps my channel. Layla has destroyed bridges and trapped communities from outside resources. Hawaii DOT is working endlessly to clear the roadways the best they can in efforts to reach the communities. Yeah, roads are washed out. It's devastating, y'all. As you can see, this video don't have any sound. Stop eating hamburger meat in 2018. I questioned my local butcher, even about the glue and the pink slime and the whole deal. What is real meat? What is not? Why is it so red? They don't tell the truth about everything either. They're not going to tell you they putting dye because the beef is not supposed to be so red. But as you can see, yeah, Florida DM, Hawaii is devastated. Hello, Buckeye Jim. Good to see you. And at the same time, there's a volcano going off. Biden said he was going to ramp up climate operations. For real? What they going to do? Tax us some more and give us some electric vehicles that we have to pay $100,000 for and do away, put ethanol in our gas so it'll lock our cars up and they won't operate anymore. Yeah, climate change. Except it's just not the climate change that I would wish for. The climate change that is really happening is mostly their fault. They're burning the woods and the forest of Canada and France and Spain and all around the world. There's fires around the world people don't even know about. This happening. Because they want to make people leave or whatever. California for years has been burning. Washington State and Oregon has been burning here recently. And it's untelling what they spraying in these fires, and because toxic smoke and chemicals was coming over in places of the United States from Canada. Y'all remember all that, y'all. And yeah, the climate change. I might not could say a whole lot about it. YouTube, all this is for entertainment purposes only. I had to make 2 videos the last time I went up for review, and they still didn't approve me, y'all. I'm like, why did I even waste so much time and effort? They show us how you make your videos. I did. I like a 4.5 minute video. How can I show you everything? I did one on my computer here, and I was holding my phone up, and I don't know. I'd have to put so many different pieces into one video. But anyway, y'all, YouTube's crazy. It's for entertainment purposes, for real, y'all. Because all I want to do is show what's going on. That's all I want to do. Raging floodwaters, roaring floodwaters tear through Waluku River near Hilo, Hawaii, as Hurricane Layla unleashes its full force. The river transformed into a raging torrent, carving through the landscape with astonishing power. A breathtaking reminder that nature has the final say. I think I showed this one a minute ago, maybe. Let me see, but I'll show it again. In case you're just coming in, yeah. Nature, it tear everything up in its path. I'm reminded of Western North Carolina, where Mr. Chomp, the duck guy, he promised he'd come around and get federal help and all that. I don't think they've seen any. FEMA was up there trying to make excuses and doing whatever, but did they really help? Where's the stories that FEMA helped? My God, the water. That reminds me of Niagara Falls or something. Like millitons and millions of gallons just pouring over. Yeah, that's devastating, y'all. I know I got a lot of catching up to do from last week and things that happened and things that's been going on. I plan to catch up in the next few days, even catch up with places on the earth. I just didn't have the strength to keep going live yet, while I was going through the things that I was going through. Over here in Hawaii, multiple bridges have been washed away along Highway 11 near Pahala on Hawaii's Big Island. More than 197,000 residents are without power statewide as Hurricane Layla leaves behind major flooding and infrastructure damage. Another video without sound, but look at there, y'all. A lot of times when you have a drone, and I do believe this is probably a drone, that it don't pick up sound. Every drone I used, I crashed into because there was cheap ones, and I'd get a little footage and it wouldn't have no sound, it wouldn't pick up no sound. So yeah, that's most likely a drone. Pretty devastating, y'all. Like 1,000-year flood. And I know there's a lot of places that's been flooding lately all around the world. Good to see you, Rage. Good to see you, Rage Against the Machine. Thank you for sharing me out as lover. FEMA helps with the supplies for their underground cities. They definitely don't help us or the people of Western North Carolina. Hello, Ryan S. Good to see you. What's wrong? I don't know. Hopefully, something is right instead of anything being wrong anymore. The flooding in Hawaii is definitely something wrong with the situation. Good to see you again, Miss Laura K. Thank you very much. It's just a lot of rushing water has washed out a lot of places. And I do have a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to do that this week. Just saying, August 17th, I got 3 days to reach my threshold. I don't know if I'm going to do it in 3 days, but it's all up to you all, too. Just saying, you know. I'm like, man, am I appreciated, you know? I appreciate all of you for real. I do it for fun too, y'all. That's why I went almost a year hanging in there. I'm like, I do it because I like doing YouTube, you know? I want to put information out there that people can relate with, people can understand, people can know what's ahead of us, you know? Just saying. The destruction from the Hurricane Layla on Hawaii's Big Island is extensive. The radar storm chaser is near Pahala, where flooding destroyed part of the Highway 11 and damaged or collapsed bridges. Well, thank you very much, Miss Laura Kay. Thank you very much, Mike Smith. I appreciate all of you. Hello, Shika. I do appreciate you. I know you do. I know you do. We all have these times in our minds. I know we all do. I'm just human like the rest of you, you know? Yeah, where we question everything. Don't I tell y'all, question everything? You know? But anyway, y'all, yeah, Hawaii is flooded over. It's devastated. I just want to be able to get my channel back intact, back together, get it rolling once a month, do some members only drawings and things like that, and just keep going good, you know? And have winners. Everybody's a winner, y'all. I know we showed a little bit of this a minute ago, but I'm just showing the devastation of Hawaii. Look at this road, you know, and there's a lot of places like this, y'all. Water can do a lot of damage. You know what I mean? All this talk of ground beef made me go get a bowl of cereal. For real, Nez Lover. Be careful with the ground beef out there, y'all. I just showed you a minute ago before I started on Hawaii 10,000 chemical ingredients out there being put in our food. You don't even know what it is. None of it's approved by the FDA, and the FDA don't even know what's going on. What they're putting in your food. These whatever it costs to bring the bottom dollar up to save 1 penny, it don't matter to these food companies anymore. A lot of these companies are getting caught. I don't know about just food companies, but a lot of companies are being caught adding cheaper ingredients because it's the bottom line that matters to them. You know, if they can substitute some type of powder for flour, let's say, because the cookies aren't real, y'all. You can't even burn the cookies with a torch. Have you seen the videos? 4,000 degrees does not even melt Oreo cookies. And the cream inside, for real. Like it's not even cream, y'all. Let's keep going with a little bit of more coverage on this Hawaii devastation because it is pretty devastating, y'all. And good thing a lot of people hadn't lost their lives. Good thing. One person is dead. I saw where two people was dead. Nearly 70% of the Big Island just lost power, and the storm hasn't even reached, which we know the storm has already passed over. This was before the storm, passed all the way over. Let me look at the date here. August 16th, yesterday. Hurricane Lala made landfall as Category 1, the first hurricane to hit Hawaii since 1992. The first direct hit the Big Island has ever recorded. That's why I'm on it, y'all. That's why I'm talking about it. This is devastating. At least 2 homes swept away, flash flood emergencies underway, rain topping 17 inches in 12 hours. Totals expected to climb past 2 feet, 25-foot waves battering the coast. The center has passed the Big Island, Maui, Aloha, Oahu, and Lanai, and it still hadn't been the worst of it. Scientists are pointing out to why this storm held together this far north at all, an unusually warm ocean and developing Super El Nino. Remember the Super El Nino? It's not making it no better, y'all. This isn't bad luck. It's what happens when the water gets warmer than what the islands were built for. Down power lines and stuff, y'all. I know I didn't cover a whole extensive about Colombia. I got a little catching up to do, y'all. There's an old saying, don't tell your secrets before they manifest. If you have a plan or something, y'all, don't tell people what you're working on until you manifest it, until you put it into action. Kind of like a video, if I was wanting to come out with a new video that would astonish everybody and be amazed or whatever, I wouldn't say anything about it and come out here and premiere it and be like, wow, Super Dave does it again, y'all. You know what I mean? Over the weekend, parts of the Big Island of Hawaii received 28 to 35 inches of rain dumped by Hurricane Lala, with times of 5 inches of rain an hour. This transformed the Rainbow Waterfall on Hawaii into a giant. Cumberland Falls up there in Kentucky. You can stand out there and look at it from the side of it, and it shows a rainbow like no other waterfall. Just saying, and you stand in the right place, and the rainbow dips or something down into the waterfall. It's amazing, y'all. It's like the only place in the world, that you get that specific rainbow like that. Yeah, this is a before and after. What a beautiful waterfall, what it's turned into now. I know this is a little bit boring and I'm losing people in the chat. I get it, y'all. I just wanted to come out and take it easy on my channel. My first day of being remonetized, I got to take it easy, y'all. Little by little until Super Dave gets out here and opens his big mouth again. I might forget, y'all. So help me not forget, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like Super Dave, be careful this time. Cause this might be my last go round at it, y'all. Just saying, it could be. Uh, Intense rescue. A Hawaii National Guard high water vehicle team rescued two paramedics on the Big Island before the paramedics' truck was swept away by raging floodwaters. More than 3 feet of rain fell around that part of the Big Island after Hurricane Layla made its closest approach over the weekend. Watch Fox Weather for the latest update. Did somebody come in here and say somebody else is going live? So let's go over there. Let me read the chat, y'all. Hello, girl. Girly whirly. Don't stop saying stuff. Just be strategic on how you say it. Very good. Thank you. Yes, I've got to be very careful. Let me go back in the chat. Sorry, just want to alert from work. It's okay. Thank you. Please hit the thumbs up if you will. I'll do more live streams on my phone and outside and driving and whenever I can get back to, doing something that would matter. Things like that. Chili I made tonight. I hope it's real ground beef in the chili. I'm just kidding, y'all. Please don't eat no fake ground beef, y'all. All right, y'all. Yeah. The new six shots is part of the 6-6 program. And I do know I'm familiar with a lot of other things going on, but I got to be careful just to start out with. Like Girly Whirly says, yeah, be careful with how you say it out there. Let me look at your channel here, Girly Whirly. Thank you very much, Girly Whirly. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, y'all. Hawaii National Guard rescues two paramedics. All these videos without sound, y'all. Hello, Victoria Darkwood. Good to see you. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you very much. I talk about the weather over here, y'all, because the weather is not natural anymore. Chemtrails, you name it. I don't want to talk about specifically. There's something going on. Just not quite yet. But it is changing the weather. The heat this year, to me, don't even feel like the same. It's roasting. When you add these chemtrails and these things, the sun is white because of what's in the atmosphere. It's pretty obvious, y'all. If the sun used to be yellow, the atmosphere didn't have all that in it now. The aluminum, the barium, the strontium, the sulfur oxide. Yeah, they're spraying all kind of stuff in the atmosphere, y'all. The combination of large waves, rising water levels, and heavy rainfall creates a serious risk of coastal flooding, flash floods, and mudslides. Y'all. Yeah, all that water. All I can say is they got a lot of drone footage. Water, the earth has plenty of water, but man is polluting the water, destroying the water. Data centers, glycol, you know what that is? One of the ingredients that they use in the water that they run through the data centers. Put it in the chat if you know what that is. Jay Hart says antifreeze. You're dead right. Antifreeze. As I go forward, there'll be more ingredients added as I study this thing because I know of two more. Super Day might go completely fool. I mean, fool acting. And do more live streams every day. I'm still yet to decide, y'all. So, yeah, I don't want to take up your whole days or anything like that. More people from around the world, that could visit my channel too, y'all. Just saying, I've discovered when I went live throughout the night, people that don't have the opportunity or the chance to come over, but they do throughout the night because it's daytime. In their country. Just saying, yeah. So don't wake up from me. Water comes from Angel Tech. Yep, they're destroying it wonderfully, aren't they? They really are. They really are. All right, I think I have just a couple more videos. What did I say I would look up, The Watchman, before I go? Would have been an hour and 25 minutes, which I did look up your fire over there in Oklahoma. A massive wave crashes. And this is during the hurricane over the rooftop of an oceanfront condo in Hawaii, ripping shingles away as water surges across the building. The waves slammed into the Kahua Kona Surf and Racket condominium complex, sending debris through the air as residents watched the swelling. It's not the first time the property has taken a hit. The same complex was battered by enormous waves in 2022 during a major swell event linked to Hurricane Darby. Curious, Georgia, I procrastinate all the time. Either morning or night for me, not in the middle of the day, because it's too hot. I can't even function anymore out in this heat, y'all. Especially with my back hurting, I can't hardly stand up. I've been in some pain lately. I procrastinate about a lot of stuff. I just want to make sure y'all know that this thing is devastating. All the pictures and the water and the rivers and the creeks and the roads and the trees. Hurricanes, I know firsthand in South Carolina, hurricanes can be really devastating, especially since Hurricane Hugo, which I believe hit as a category 4 or something like that. But over here in Hawaii, it was a Hurricane 1, but it had so much water and rain to come with it. The rushing waters at Hilo's Rainbow Falls showed a dramatic impact of Hurricane Layla. A flash flood warning is in effect for Hawaii Island, where the storm is forecast to dump 10 to 20 inches of rain, with localized totals reaching up to 25 inches. Our world is changing. Our world is changing, and it's changing pretty fast. You know how over time the weather changes, the earth changes. The earth could have changed when it came to the big chill or the freeze. What is it, 30,000 years ago? Just saying, yeah, a deep freeze, supposedly. Yeah, is that what he's trying to do? Is rapidly change our situation? Let's go over here to this last video that I have about this. Hurricane Layla has hit a new peak intensity of 80 miles per hour. Millibar 985 dropped. And that's pretty low as her eyewall directly crashes or crosses Hawaii's shores. It's been 155 years. 155 years since the Big Island has been hit by a storm this strong. 155 years is a long time. Now, I can't say they used chemicals. I'm sure they did. I can't say they used anything else and dropped in this storm. Beams. You know how, what's his name? Chaco Taco. Yeah, that foreign looking guy. He said they shoot dew beams right into the clouds of a lot of these storms. What happened, y'all? All right, y'all, the Watchman. Trump threatens the nation of Oman. Why? For real? These wars and rumors of wars just won't quit, will they? Good to see you, Rebecca Lynn. To those that listen, if y'all got TikTok, y'all might want to check to whom those will listen to you. To those who will listen, I keep getting it wrong. Good to see you, brother. He does a pretty good live stream over there. I don't know how you keep people in your chat because what I talk about over here, it's like it don't work over there. I got to have a new strategy over there. Just saying, y'all. What did I say I'd talk about? Yeah. I just don't want to talk about this politics because we're being lied to about everything. There's an urgent egg recall upgraded to the most serious level as the FDA warns Americans to check your best buy date. Let's see what we're looking for. Egg recall upgraded to the most serious level as the FDA warns Americans to check the date on them. The USDA and Drug Administration has upgraded the recall affecting 19 million eggs. Remember, we talked about that last week. Yeah, warning that salmonella contamination presents a risk of serious health consequences or even death. Somebody was telling me salmonella can be spread like a virus, you know, like it's contagious or something. Have y'all ever heard that? That's not in this article, but I thought I would throw that in there. Just thought I'd let y'all know. Salmonella can be contagious, y'all. That's crazy, y'all. You sure don't want that explosive diarrhea that Taylor Farms. I went out yesterday. Somebody took me. I didn't pay for it. I promise. And I ate a little salad. It was the romaine salad, the romaine lettuce. It wasn't iceberg. I love a salad, y'all, with Thousand Island dressing. I really do. Please hit that thumbs up. And that romaine lettuce was nice and crisp and clean looking, so I was like, well, I don't want no explosive diarrhea, but I'll try this romaine lettuce, y'all, with some cheese and olives. It wasn't that big of a salad, but it was pretty good, y'all. It was Sunday. I was like, man, I got to eat me a salad, y'all, for real. Let me read a little bit more about this. Nearly 100 people have fallen ill and 25 have been hospitalized in latest salmonella. This is breaking. I mean, it's breaking to the newest information. Although no deaths have been reported, thank the Lord. The effective eggs were distributed across several states, including Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana, under brand names such as Kroger, Simple Truth, Brookshire, Calmaine, Sunups, and Country Morning. Doesn't Country Morning make a butter or margarine? I think they do. Health authorities strongly advise consumers who have purchased the recalled eggs to discard them immediately or return them to the store for a full refund. The date on it, between July 20th and August 17th. The egg recall comes alongside a major U.S. cyclosporasis outbreak linked to contaminated lettuce, though Health Secretary Robert Kennedy claims that the health crisis remains under control. Well, Robert Kennedy is something else. Robert Kennedy, RFK. Oh, he's come out about the Fauci. You remember Fauci? Yeah, and he talks about Fauci, how they wanted to. Oh, we knew better, blah, 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 about the pokey dokey. Fauci should be held responsible and all this. But in the same sentence, he recommended the new flu shot with mRNA in it, y'all. I'm like, man, really? But he's saying we never got to take another pokey dokey again. But comes out and saying the new flu shot. Get your new flu shot, y'all. I'm like, for real? Man's lost his mind, y'all. For real. Yeah, they're doing this stuff. Yeah, K. Wim. You remember Kennedy said he's going to make America healthy again? For real. And they ain't even monitoring the food with the new 10,000 chemical ingredients. Hello, blind straight. He pleads the fifth like Trump. Yep, so true. Fauci, he's a clown, y'all. All he done is put on a show, plead the fifth 111 times. There's some type of symbolism there and all that. You know that. 111, three of them. I mean, I don't know everything, y'all, but it ought to tell us something. They're not on the same page as us. You know, what is it? Eat the bugs and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff they want us to eat, y'all. Where is that Tina Gasson? I don't know, Jay Hart. Good question. Salmonella and Billy Manelli in a duet song of Parasites. Are you going to work today, the Watchman? Because you might be running late. All right. Yeah. What else did I say? Let me go over here and look real quick. Dearborn, Michigan. Just saying. In case y'all don't know, there's supposed to be a city hall meeting. Bikers and things like that. They were saying many years ago, like, I don't know, it was back in the early 90s, I believe, that bikers showed up somewhere where these, how do I say it, y'all, these Islamists, and they backed down. And now here they come again. I saw evidence of it. Um, are they going to back down now? I don't wish any fighting or war or anything like that. A people needs to assimilate instead of coming over here and praying, take us out, take out the infidel and things like that. That's not assimilation. Hollering death to, the U.S. Let me see, City Hall meeting. Somebody said they might close down the City Hall for this meeting and everything. Support your bikers. We're demanding a stand in Dearborn, Michigan. I'll probably be looking around tomorrow, maybe for like live streams coming out of Dearborn. Just saying. People are saying they're going to keep it peaceful. All they want to do is carry the flag. I don't see anything wrong with that. And proclaim America as a Christian nation. If we're not a Christian nation, we're definitely wasn't originally a bunch of Islamists. You know what I mean? Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan won't watch your back. This is what this says now. I don't want no trouble. I just want people to leave us alone as Americans. Quit trying to take our country away from us. I don't think the country belongs to me. The country belongs to all of us, you know. But, these people have a place that they lived and build nothing, you know, not the people on your screen, but the people in the background that I'm talking about. Yeah, these people here going to carry a bunch of crosses. Christian bikers are bringing wooden crosses. They're heading to the town hall meeting on August 18th with a powerful message of faith, courage, and peace. A lot of people are proclaiming that they want no trouble. All they want to do is proclaim America as a peaceful Christian nation. I don't see anything wrong with that, not one bit. Let me play the video. But then again, I don't know if y'all heard what this chief of police or whatever has said about outsiders of Dearborn, Michigan. And he's a white man, which I get it. I understand he's talking for safety of Dearborn, Michigan, and that's where his jurisdiction is. But he's pretty much, in my opinion, speaking against, you know, he's standing up for the invaders, pretty much the way I see it. If this the guy right here, this is the guy right here.
Please stay home. These groups that are coming here are coming for one reason, and that's provoke a reaction and generate attention.
Know why it doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I'm designed this rhyme to explain.
Please stay home. These groups that are coming here are coming for one reason, and that's provoke a reaction and generate attention.
I am worried that a lot of these people could be set up. I am worried about that. Just saying, and being naive or whatever. All it's going to take is somebody to do something stupid, and then it'd be a major battle or something, break out. And then they would claim, whatever, this or that, we got to take up for the invaders and all this because they're people, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But this guy here, I just don't get it with him. Even though I get him standing up for Dearborn, but to say the outsiders are provoking something, they're not coming to provoke anything that I've seen. They're coming to make it plain and simple that this is America. And if you want something different, go back to where you come from because you can't change America. Muslim police of Chief of Police Issa Shannon of Dearborn has labeled the thousands of Christians that are coming outside agitators. I didn't know he was Muslim. Not the tens of thousands of Muslims, immigrants from Iraq and Afghanistan that tried to stone me to death. This thing here about Jake Long, like a couple weeks ago, all he said is Jesus is king. And a bunch of Muslims tried to stone the man to death.
This is my city. What's up, Ford? I got a big roast here, guys. I see that.
We've been monitoring the situation closely.
Which I have gotten the names a little bit wrong. I got to catch up on my studying here. But the incident really did happen. And it's not to provoke anything, y'all. I'll be watching for live streams tomorrow, like I said. So, yeah. Stand up for your country, If you want to go, go. I would like to go, but I'm scared to get caught in the middle of something like, just saying, provoking whatever, a battle. I don't want to get caught, get arrested for something I didn't do, whatever, It's going to take a lot of good men to stand up for this country, though, when it's all said and done, And it doesn't mean because you stand up for the country that you support Donald Trump. This guy says Muslim man in Dearborn, Michigan makes it clear America is not for anyone who supports Donald Trump. He declares when Trump is out of office, America is theirs and they will be throwing conservatives, particularly white Christians opposing Muslims, in prison. He says people opposing Islam are criminals and says Jake Lang and his supporters will go to prison too. Jack Lang, he doesn't even know how to say his name correctly, and all his criminal supporters, you belong in jail. Most of Americans who are following you and supporting you They are nothing but criminals. You're going to go belong in jail and you're going back there. America is not yours. America is ours. This Muslim man. This is a Muslim who says white Christians opposing the Islamic takeover of America will be thrown in prison when Trump is out of office. This is where we are. For real. So I believe in the march. I believe in these motorcycle riders and standing up and telling these people and telling the people of the world where this nation stands and the people that support what they're doing. Just saying, I support what they're doing. I don't support no violence, but I am scared something's going to come out of it. I really am, that something's going to get started. And then they're going to claim, oh, you Americans, your Second Amendment. Then what? Some mercenary say somebody do something stupid and they look white and they do something against somebody of a different skin color. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Then they're going to start blaming the whole gang. Things get out of hand, and then where do we go? Martial law, ICE, military, Israel military on the streets. Who knows? This thing could get out of hand. Just saying, y'all. But always stand up for what's right, I don't know, y'all. I done talk so much I couldn't sing a song if I tried. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, everyone. Nez Lover. Thank you for sharing me out. I shared you out the other night. I don't know if you know that. A couple people came in from the channel too. I appreciate it, y'all. Every bit helps the channel. Please never hold back from a super chat if you feel like it. Because it'll help the channel, y'all. I was like, man, this guy that did them super chat live streams, he was like, this is a super chat live stream. I've never in my life seen anything like it. People be like unsubscribing, y'all. But I appreciate it, y'all. Everybody that helps the channel and everything. I really do, y'all. Know that Hawaii is flooded. Everything's changing, y'all. And let's hope we don't get a flood this year in your state because it has been flooding all around. I'm like, man, I've been talking a long time, y'all. But I want to give away more stuff. In the future, we're going to have more members coming. So we're going to sign y'all up for the membership. Prizes will be flying off Super Dave's channel and going to around the world and everywhere. And hopefully end up in your mailbox, y'all. You know what I mean? Don't think Trump won't do the same. Yeah. Great stream, Super Dave. I just talk a lot, Mike Smith. Laura K, thank you, ma'am. Rex 84 with electric glove. Ice roundups. I worry about all that stuff. Stay cool, Ryan. It has been hot, y'all. And we'll get a little bit deeper into stuff as the week progresses because I got more stuff on my mind, y'all. Maybe some things that you don't really know about. You know what I mean? Maybe a few things that you don't really know about. I do have more on. I know y'all want to see me go now. It's been long enough, Super Dave. I get it, y'all. Let's go over here and look at the El Nino real quick. Ocean, for real. Ryan was right about the temperatures. because I went on windyoverthere.com. I was like, man, it's 86, 88 degrees in certain parts of the ocean. And you go over there in the Pacific, I'm talking about the Atlantic, 86, 88 degrees, the water. And you go over there in the Pacific, in certain areas, it's 65, 68 degrees. We're definitely warmer in the Atlantic. It's ripe, let me say, for a hurricane, you know? So hopefully we don't get none this year. It is definitely ripe. And we got to keep our eyes on everything, y'all, because you never know. What was the other night with this blood moon? Yeah. People's talking about that's not even the moon that's blocking the sun. That lunar eclipse. It wasn't a blood moon. It was a lunar eclipse. That it's a projection coming from a different direction that make you think it's an eclipse because the moon would have showed up as a whole moon as it approached over the sun. It was only showing the part that was being blocked out, and you couldn't see the rest of the moon, is how these people are saying and explaining that that's not the moon actually in front of the sun, that it's actually a projection. Just saying, y'all. I mean, I relay information. Not that I always see it the same way. Not that I always see it the same way, but they'll make us think one thing, and it really be something else. But yeah, this water is heating up and everything, y'all. And you can see right over here in the Atlantic, it is warm, hot water. And we get in that purple down in the Gulf of Mexico and down below Mexico and California in the Pacific. That water, you can tell where it's hot, Hot water, y'all. And everything they're doing with data centers and everything else, that's all it's doing is heating the water up anymore, The glycol, the antifreeze. There's more chemicals, y'all, and it's coming. If you don't already know, we're going to talk about it, y'all. Because these chemicals, just imagine the one chemical, the antifreeze, they use through the data centers. Okay? Yeah, because it's extremely cold, I guess, in order to keep, I won't go there. But the water they expel back out into the rivers and the lakes and back down into the ground. Like natural water don't have glycol in it, The stuff they're adding, wow, what else are they going to do with it? They can't drink it. So definitely the water is ending back up out here where the water is needed, down in the earth, the rivers, the fish, everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's keep an eye on the water. To whom knows a lesson, to those who listen, thank you. That makes my day, man. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Thank you for supporting the channel. I don't know if you've ever won anything, but I definitely want to put you on the winning list. I don't see your super chat over here. I don't get it, but I see it over there. Am I caught up in this chat? I wanted to recognize that. So, yeah, here we go. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's on the screen. Thank you so much. And let's play a little super chat video because you're awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Who's that? I won twice. You are awesome. Well, thank you. I don't even keep a list of anybody. Witness, y'all, right there in the chat. Won twice. I don't even keep up with everybody that won, y'all. Off the top of my head, sometimes I notice and recognize, but I don't write that stuff down, y'all. I'm glad you won twice. I don't want you to pay for it, except for if you become a member to my channel. And I'm waiting on approval now. Yeah. And I'm going by what YouTube recommended. So whatever recommendation YouTube makes for my members, I don't want it too high. Just saying, y'all. I want it back down, but I'm going to try to stick with the way YouTube leads me. I'm like, man, you can't charge people like $10 for membership every month. You can't do that, because people that don't have it, I get it, y'all. I don't have it either. I used to get out here and just give money. I did. I gave a lot of money to different channels. I don't do it anymore. I don't have it. I'm not grifting. I'm not doing any of that. All I'm trying to do is get my feet back on solid ground, if that makes sense to anybody, y'all. I can't sing a song, y'all. I didn't talk too much. But thank you very much, everyone that supports the channel. Even if you share me out, everything is appreciated. The thumbs up, that's really what I used to only ask for, and you know it. But I want to get my channel really doing better, y'all. Whether if I ever get there or not, it's a goal. God will give you the desires of your heart. I believe that. And I share my honest opinion. I share the good Lord. I share what's happening. A lot of information people don't even know. Thank y'all. Y'all mean the world to me. Thank y'all. Because I almost gave up. And it's because of you all that keeps me coming back for more. For real, y'all. I really appreciate it.